Throughout my life, I've met people that they usually say, oh, so and so did this to me, and therefore I'm going to do this back. Or I don't talk to so because so and so did this and that. Or what I'm trying to say is, if somebody does something bad to you, or says something bad to you, or misrepresented you some way, somehow, don't do the same thing towards them. Be the better person. Speak with them if you have that opportunity. Or just don't take it so personal and just let time show who that person really is. Because there's nothing better than you standing your ground, being the person that you are, rather than going and revenge and being worse than the other person. Because if somebody doesn't like you, or they envy you for some reason, or they just don't like you, and most of the time is because of some kind of envy, because a lot of the times they wish they were like you and they don't have the guts to be, so they'll trash talk you. Don't go and trash talk them. Don't be that version that you are not, okay? Because we reap what we sow. And if you are choosing to be like that, like the other person, if you don't like what that person did to you or said about you or whatever, the person misrepresented you or offended you somehow, don't be like that. Because it wasn't nice to you. So don't do that, because you're going to reap what you sow later on. Just let time take its course and just pray for that person so God could touch their hearts and change their hearts so they could come to see how cruel they really were. Okay? If we choose the wrong path, if we choose to be like that person that you are so upset with by doing the same thing, or by having some kind of resentment towards that person, we're really harming ourselves and not really the person. Like I said, we are going to reap what we sow. You know how the Bible says, pray for your enemies, love your neighbor as you love yourself, and pray for your enemies. It's really not for them. It's praying for them, but it's releasing the bad negativity from you. Because when you start praying, you're letting whatever that person did or said, or whatever bad that person did towards you, you're leaving it in God's hands. And God knows the beginning to the end. God knows exactly what's inside that person's heart, what their intention was. Like, who am I to judge someone else? I don't even know what is going on in their personal life, even though they offended me. Yes, but God is the revenger, not me. Leave the revenge in His hand, and you will be way more blessed. Because having anger and having hatred is like drinking a poison and waiting for someone else to die. Do you know what I mean? So we have to let it go and be the better person. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean you have to be best friends with the person. Absolutely not. You just don't have to have that negativity, that hatred, that hurtfulness in your heart towards that person. Let it go. Just let it go. But if that person betrayed you, if that person really, really did something that you know, oh man, like that is tough, like I said, try to speak to them. And if they're not willing to listen, or if they're not willing to come, open up and have, a conversation with you about it or even realize their mistake, or just let it go. Let it be. You don't have to be like, forgiving someone does not necessarily mean you have to be best friends again. No, it's just be cool, and I don't wish you harm. I pray for you, but we go our separate ways if that has to be. You know, it depends on the situation. Everyone has, you know who I'm talking about. Like, as I'm speaking, you have somebody in your head. Like, but the most important is you freeing yourself from negative thoughts and negative feelings, because they are killers. And if we consume on that negativity, we will have over and over negative encounters in our lives. And it's like, and you don't want that, right? We reap what we sow. So let it go, leave it in God's hands, and he will take care of it, and he'll take care of you. Just be the better version of you, because your character, who you are, is going to stand out. It doesn't matter what so-and-so said about you. If what they said is not real, everyone will know that that's not real by your character traits. Okay?